This is GACenter, your look into the Grand Arena Championship matches of over 60 of the world's best content creators. Here are your hosts, the Nev from the Escape Podcast and Ranger from Reality Skewed Gamers.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another wonderful episode of GACenter.
We're back.
Yes, we've had so much news today, and we will talk about it. We will talk about it at the end. Definitely going to talk about it at the end. But it's important to get this week over, and oh my God, total carnage this week. Total carnage this week in GAC. So many 1 and 2s from competitors. So
yeah, it was a little brutal.
It was a brutal. We will show you because we are going to get into that right now.
You ready to start?
Yep, let's get it on, buddy.
All right, let's just skip the foreplay right in.
Yeah, no lube required.
The one and only Andy Deeds, who had a rough week this week with a 1 and 2. Round 1, he says, rough top front from my opponent. 2 real first order teams under Darth Revan. Opponent full cleared me, 0-1. Round 2 says both of us full cleared, but in the end it came down to Fishing and Malik, which took 3 teams to take down, 0-2. Says finally caught a break in round 3. My opponent did not have my loudless negation fleet, so I placed him on defense, and that's where it came down to. This is where Andy got his win. So a rough week for Andy, starting us off with 1 and 2, but we'll see what he can do moving forward. So hopefully it gets better for him.
And we're on to Commander Cody, who went 2-1. Sad week, unfortunately, but like we said, very, very brutal for a lot of content creators who are posting and streaming their GACs this week. 2-1, couple of losses, decent holds, decent banner score, but hey, you can't win them all.
All right, we move on to my boy, to Infinitum and Beyond. That's right. My man went 2-1 this week. He says round 1, he says loss or on a draw, and this was his matchup against Cody. He says very tight, ended a tie, but I lost due to having less GP and in a 27 win streak. Both first front roll Galactic Legends, but it was a lot of fun. And but unfortunately, Cody got the win. So Cody, it's he let us know that Cody, they're now 1-1 between when they face each other. Round 2 was an easy win, no problem here whatsoever. He said round 3, though, both of us have SLKR. Both of us got stuck. I was efficient, but a few more banners than my opponent. Had to still negotiate a mirror match that was incredibly clean. He gets 5v5 next season. Let's go. Lock it up. Let's go, Infinitum, not lock it up.
And Stone with another 3-0. Nice, easy start to the week in round 1 with an auto deploy. He had a few multi-taps, but hey, a win is a win. Round 2, and despite the lack of enthusiasm, another win. The poor opponents allowing for a pretty decent score. And round 3, first time against a GL. And the undefeated run was at risk. But victory was snagged though. And the run continues 3-0 for Stone.
Speaking of 3-0, we're going to my favorite German in all of GAC, Bernard.
Our favorite German fox, yeah.
Yes, he has been very dirty this week. He went 3-0. Would you like me to read your stats?
I would like the stats.
We shall read the stats for everyone's pleasure. All right, my man. He says Renard the Fox says new bracket with new and unknown opponents this week with even tougher rosters than last week. Round 1 first opponent with a Galactic Legend Reign Division 3, but due to a bloated roster, it didn't matter. Renard gets the win. Round 2, opponent with a high relic and high speed Sith Emperor team. He's being nice, but therefore he had no problem. Easy matchup. And then round 3, so his opponent had almost the same roster size except Jedi Knight Luke's. 2 silly misplayed matches cost a few banners, but final result, he wins by 2 banners, and that's really all it is. His first time had to switch every round the defense keep under control. Luckily, it worked out for him. 3-0 for our favorite German.
And there is Division 3, Stone riding high, one of the only undefeated competitors. Very, very touch and go facing that GL, but obviously it wasn't that much, couldn't have been that big a problem because, he breezed through, didn't have to worry about it. Still, though, Renard the Fox snapping at his feet. He's got 1 month left to make a difference. I don't think Renard is going to take this line down. He was last season's champion. He's going to want to retain his title. He's not going to want to let it go to Stone. Infernum and Cody coming up the rear. But let's move on to Div 2. And it's Vendetta. Now, Vendetta, normally his reports are very, very colourful and interesting because he has to face so many GLs. He faced loads in Division 3 and he still faces them in Div 2, but pretty boring week for Vendetta as he faced his easiest opponents ever. No GLs, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now, Kyber was kind of already in the bag, so he wasn't like really into it. He did what he needed to beat his opponents. He's more concerned about moving on to 5v5. So 3-0 triple whammy for Vendetta.
All right, Moyo in the house. I didn't get a report from him, but he went 3-0. Really an outstanding round for him. Look at his banner count. He has joined the 8K club with a 3-0 dominated performance. I don't have the specifics other than say Moyo's back where Moyo belongs, 3-0.
Olimar coming crashing out this week with a 1-2. He has been impressive all season. I think I have had words with Olimar and he is binning Grand Arena. His love for the game has waned. He's taking a step back. He's not going to be doing any content creation moving forward, and he's not even going to be doing GAC. I think the bug that bites most of us, somebody's put some salve on it. But not the best final week for Olimar 1-2, unfortunately.
There you go. Speaking of a rough week, our man Marco Polo there, the Green Gamer. Yeah, Marco
Polo.
Okay. He didn't submit a report, so I didn't feel like playing the Marco Polo game. Submitted a report, fool. 1-2. I can't tell you what happened other than just a really rough week for Marco again. He has his ups and downs. 1 week he's doing well, and then the next week it's like, ew, boy. So 1-2, not the kind of stats you want to see, but you get it next time.
And there's Division 2. Moyo's at the top. Vendetta just underneath. Olimar, who was he was running this. He was at the top of this league for so long. He really was. And unfortunately, that week, that's just put him out of contention. Can't see Moyo or Vendetta losing and Olimar winning because, well, he probably isn't going to be doing any more GAC. So it's between Vendetta and Moyo for the Division 2. The current Division 2 championship. We know it's all going to be changing very, very soon. So let's just move on to the Division 1 leagues.
There we go. Here we start up. Rock and roll, baby.
Jake. Oh, absolute shocker of a week. 1-2. His first 1-2 in GAC history. His first 1-2.
It happens, man.
Now, here's the thing, though. Round 1 is sus. He does say round 1 is sus. He's not completely or entirely convinced that he was beaten fairly. So once the data's up on swgoh.gg, he may have a look at that and he might hand that off to the commission. Round 2 was an easy win, and round 3, a GL face-off created an efficiency battle that he couldn't do it. He just couldn't quite make that efficiency battle turn in his favor, and he lost. Hence the 1-2. But it could be overturned to a 2-1. We shall see.
All right, Geek Girl. Well, Geek Girl,
she forgot to join.
She had a boo-boo.
She had a boo-boo.
Poor Geek Girl. She didn't able to join, so unfortunately, no GAC report for Geek Girl, but we'll get him next time. Next time.
Scribe with a 2-1. Round 1 and a fortuitous win for Scribe, who started the round with a full clear with only a couple of drops, but his opponent stalled on the front wall. Solid defense getting the win. Round 2, 2 clearances from the competitors, but Scribe cleared harder. Both dropped battles, but Scribe won on efficiency. Round 3, and a bit of fatigue setting in this round as Scribe came to the end of a 3-hour live stream. RNG encounters just not working for him, and the round was lost. 2-1 for Scribe.
All right, we go on to my girl, the world famous.
World
the one
famous.
and only. She's world famous. There's none other like her. Kate Gaming going 2-1 this week. Round one, she won, but she got the full clear. The opponent couldn't get past her front walls. Round two, neither of us got the full clear. The opponent set an FU defense. The opponent had stressed out that they were attacking the last possible second, but it wasn't enough. She got it. She said, yes, I was watching real time, but she got the win. Round three was a loss in the finals. His opponent full cleared me. I couldn't get past her Roller Crew, Kylo, and Lobster Trooper. At the end of the day, though, she got Cabber because life is Cabber. And she's damn proud of her 11-1. So world famous Kate Gaming living up to the title.
Bomber. Okay. Now, round one, easy full clear for Bomber. Opponent cleared only one territory, so great start to the week. Round two, opponent set a very tough defense, but didn't leave much for offense. Bomber got the full clear, and his opponent couldn't clear a single territory. Round three, an undefeated opponent for the season. Bomber carefully picked through his counters, and his opponent failed on two teams, giving Bomber the victory. I incorrectly wrote 2-1 there. That should have been 3-0 for Bomber. My bad.
All right. Next one, we go to Brick Hard Meat. When you've been having a long trip at DC and you got the scurvy hitting you, why don't you try a brick of hard meat? All right, Brick Hard Meat, 2-1 this week. Round one, he says, unfortunately, I started the week off with a loss. My opponent said a stout defense required multiple attempts on my part. I managed to full clear, but my opponent just had better efficiency and won by 47 banners. So they both got the full clear, but not enough from my boy Brick Hard Meat. Round two says, I had a brick on my shoulder and put the hurt on my round two opponent, winning by 400 banners for the brick. And then finally, round three says, my opponent attempted to attack my dart thrower 3 times, failed and gave up. An easy win for the Hard Meat to finish the season, winning with the full clear and his opponent not even really trying. And then Brick said, this will be my last season in GAC due to some changes in my personal life. I've had a great time streaming my attacks and got to meet a lot of awesome people along the way. I greatly appreciate Neil and Paul allowing me to participate this season. Thank you all. Brick Hard Meat out. So Brick's another one that's retiring the old hard meat there.
Retiring the hard meat.
Hard.
Okay, the llama.
Oh no!
Oh no! The llama with a wooden spoon.
The llama. Oh no!
Oh no! Yes, a very, very rough week for the llama, who wished they hadn't got out of bed. They're looking forward to the break, which obviously we're on at the moment. It's understandable when we don't get particularly long or detailed reports from people that end up with wooden spoons. Totally get it, llama. Not a problem. 0-3 for the llama this week.
Well, let's send her hugs. Good Lord. That's rough.
And there is the minor league Bomber. Flying high, Scribe just behind him. Obviously, all of this is going to change in We've got one more month of you seeing this, because obviously the changes that are coming to Grand Arena Championships aren't going to be implemented in the 5v5. They are not going to kick in until the season after, which we all know will be 3v3.
Thanks, Neil. Stay tuned, as more of your favorite streamers are coming up. But as always, we take a moment in order to recognize those who make this show possible with the Patreon leaderboard. I'm Paul Anthony, and as always, I'm joined by my robotic life partner, Newbie from Helly and the Noob, for the standings. These are monthly-only leaderboards and are a courtesy to our Kyber Combatant level Patreons or higher. If you want to join in next month, join the Escape Podcast Patreon at patreon.com/theescapepod at the $10 level month or higher, and join these wonderful people as well. Sign up for next season, ends May 2nd. Let's get to it. Big Country Mags. He goes 2-1 in the final week of the season, but his magic number to clinch was 2. We will get to that later. Right now, let's talk about his week. He reports his round 1 opponent got caught up on a front zone of Night Sisters and left his back zone untouched while he full cleared. Round 2, he full cleared again in one shot while his opponent struggled on Newt-led Separatists. Round 3, his opponent one shot full cleared him instead and put their slacker on defense, which BCM couldn't take down. 72-58 with 34 wins, 8 losses, and 6 holds. Bringer of Chaos, 0-3. No report, no show, no stats. D, 2-1. He wanted me to keep it short and simple. He's elated that 3v3 is done. His stats, 60-42. 27 up, 3 down, 19 of his teams held. Dr. JoJo. Another surprising 2-1 in rounds 1 and 2. His Big Papa Palp served him well, holding the line. Then round 3 came along. He faced a 720k lifetime banner player who dumps all their GLs on defense. It came down to higher efficiency as JoJo's failure to take out a GL because of a mistake sees his chances go down in flames by 60 for the final match. He self-owns up to his worst leaderboard performance ever. 73, 43, 36 wins, 28, both losses and holds. 4 strong, 1 and 2. He reports round 1, his opponent could not get past his Galactic Legend, and so therefore he won on efficiency. Round 2, the opposite happened. He got beat by GLs on defense. Same thing, round 3. 60, 63 for banners, 28 dubs, 3 Ls, 9 stops. Hot Sauce, the creator of Hot Utils, who's included here because he's not a streamer. Check out hotutils.com and get access to some of the best tools in the game. It's a broken record for the Spicy 1, 2-1 as always, 72-79, but still that wasn't our biggest banner total. 36 up, valiantly 30 down, and 8 holds. Punchy Leonard McPunchface. This last week brings him a 2-1. He savored a 1-point victory in the first round. Nice job. Second round, he got a win, no matter what. But the third round, he says he saw his opponent's R8 negotiator push him down and take his candy. He scored our highest banners for the week with 7,678. Nice job. 38 wins, 3 losses, 5 holds. Let's move on to Schnarman. 1 and 2. No report. So, 62-18, 28, 3 and 3. There you go. Severanis 2-1 for the end of the month. He forgot to set a fleet in round 1 and he got cleared. Round 2, his opponent never attacked. Round 3, he was up against a hellish Relic 7 auto set defense from heck, quote unquote. He won. 59-32, 26 wins, 3 losses, 2 holds. Let's take a look at the final leaderboard for the month. Big Country Mags is our champion. 11 wins, 1 loss. Congratulations to our very own The Magnum for a wonderful, wonderful season. Dr. JoJo in second. And you know what? Dr. JoJo this time had the edge on banners. 30,354 banners for the entire season in battles and alone. That's amazing. He finishes 9 and 3 though. Hot Sauce, Schnarman, 4 strong, and Bringer all finish 8 and 4. Punchy improving from last month to 7 and 5. Now D and Seth both went 6 and 6. Nobody below 500. Great job, guys. That does it for this month. Get on the Patreon leaderboard next month by signing up at the patreon.com/theescapepod by May 2nd. Back to Ranger and the Nev after this message from swgoh.gg.
swgoh.gg is your one-stop site for the raw data behind the game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. From complete gear lists to intuitive stats behind all of your favorite holotable heroes. swgoh.gg has it all. With a .gg account, you can get a complete view of your own roster, see how you match up against other players, and even check out the history of your own Grand Arena Championship matches. You can also see what your opponent used on you to give you a better understanding of counters and team compositions to improve your gameplay. Did you know that they also have some great Patreon features as well? Ad-free browsing of their site, guild information, and manual information requests are included in their 3 levels of Patreon support. Check out the site for more details. That's swgoh.gg. Unleash your holotable potential today.
So let's move on from the minor league to the A-League.
All right, we start off with this stupid wanker that I got a report on by the name of Nev. He says another 2-1 round. This is a full month of 2-1s. He says round 1 was an easy victory, and the warm water bubbles from my hot tub kept me nice and relaxed. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Round 2 was a loss as I failed to clear an easy Newt Dooku nesting. Why are those teams giving you the hardest time, Nev? God dang it. With your bounty hunter team, that is an epic fail. Could have saved it, but I had one shot everything else. And then RNG just said, let me down. I crashed and burned against the 6-star Malevolence fleet. Well, these things happen. Roll 3. The sun was shining on my private beach as the hot tub live stream was a huge success with an easy victory in Kyrie to boot. The hot tub live stream will return in 5v5. Well, maybe you just need to do a hot tub stream every stream because when you didn't do the hot tub stream, you lost because you did some stupid. You should. How do you lose bounty hunters?
I know. It was terrible. I was so preoccupied. I was so enjoying the bubbly warm water. So yeah, it was such a stupid mistake. But Calvin Awesome, Mr. Awesome himself, with another 3-0, another triple whammy.
Another 3-0, Jesus.
Another 3-0. Round 1, Gas, CLS, Shaq in the front to draw out the GL. Work to treat. A drop nest solo, however, did cost him the flawless victory. Round 2, a super cool opponent, but missing a lot of key stuff. Calvin used the same strategy as round 1, and yep, he won. Round 3, good player, good mods, good lifetime banners,
Apparently
but
not.
knowledge of 3v3 counters was his downfall. Another big win for Mr. Awesome with a 3-0
Look at all those
triple
ridiculous
whammy.
holds. I mean, he didn't get 8K. I mean, I guess Calvin's slipping a little bit.
I know, he slipped a little. Calvin, come on. Where's the 8K? Where's the 8K, Calvin?
Got 23
Hey.
holds and all these wins. I mean, what's going on, man? Jesus Christ. Ridiculous. All right. Next up, Calvin Awesome, man. It's like the 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. Spartan, easy because he's a Spartan.
But he's easy.
It's easy. 2-1 from Arm Boy Sparks. It started my round off by missing deployment and causing an auto deploy. Oops. As I said, I kept my normal defense around the top and bottom on both rounds to get me the 2 other wins. So pretty straightforward. He has done this himself, Anakin.
You've done this yourself, Anakin.
Yeah, Spartan boy, oh boy, you boy. But 2-1 could have had the 3-0, but there you go.
Oh, Rand B with a tough week. Who's been showing some really, really excellent form recently. He's been banging out the 3-0s.
Oh, right.
Yeah, round 1, nice, easy win. But again, we've got another sus one. Round 2 was sus, though, and he, he will be putting that round to the commission for review once he gets the data. Round 3 was lost when he failed to clear fleet. So, yeah, a bad week for Rand.
All right. Next up, we go to our boy Urzatron, the heartthrob of the Outer Rim, bringing the haul with him. I guess there must have been some dysfunction on the haul because Urz went 1 and 2 again. So there was some definite carbonite spraying in the face. People were getting rowdy. The haul exploded and people were getting thrown out. The Twi'leks were performing kung fu actions against all Urz's enemies. Another rough week for Urz, 1 and 2. But I mean, you watch Urz because he's just ridiculous. So, but 1 and 2 from Urz. Hopefully, he can get a better record moving forward. We want to see him win.
Tilo Mad coming in with a 2-1. Now, Tilo missed the previous week, so the month was kind of lost to him. He knew he couldn't get Kyber, so he took the opportunity to test some new counters and some new defenses in preparation for the final month of the season. So not much really to report. It was more of a testing week for Tilo. 2-1.
All right, next up is the only abominable snowman in the history of abominable snowman that goes gray because he doesn't need to be camouflaged in the snow. He's going to get you. And of course, I'm talking about the Yeti. Again, 3-0 from Yeti. Round 1 faced off against the former War Master of FC Bravo. This is a good account. This is a good matchup. They both had slip-ups, but you know what? It came down to who could get past those slip-ups, and it was Yeti winning by just 29 banners, 26-48 to 26-19, both full cleared, but that's what it came down to. This round 2 was a complete mismatch, as Yeti said, and it didn't really matter. He couldn't even full clear him. Yeti got a 26-78, an outstanding score. And then we get to round 3, which is his other win. It says crazy good account, 3 Galactic Legends coming out of the ANZGC. Those are Australians and New Zealanders.
Struth, mate.
But here's the thing. All this stuff, 770K lifetime, all this stuff, this guy's an incredible player. Our boy got he one-shot his board 2597, but the guy didn't even bother attacking.
In the final?
25.97. No, in the final, just
In the
11.02. Did not even make the attempt. This is the guy with a lifetime score of 770K. Just the presence of the Yeti
Quivering in his boots, obviously.
just made him just shite the bed, and he
Yep.
just left, and he didn't even try. So another easy Yeti, man. There we go.
Yeah, he's got an impressive record. And there is Div 1. Obviously, it's Calvin and Yeti all the way.
This is gonna come. This is the heavyweight fight, but
yeah,
right
this is such an awesome heavyweight fight. It really, really is. Hey, we've seen the best lose those rounds every now and then. We've seen the Fruit Ninja Mikes lose. We've seen the Solo Bases lose. We've seen the Bitcoins lose. Will a loss befall Calvin Awesome before the end of the season? And can Yeti go 12-0 and take advantage?
It's going to be epic.
It's going to be epic, yes. It's going to be an epic final month. That is for sure. So let's move on to double A's.
Let's do it.
We start with the playbook with a 3-0. No whammy, no triple crown. Round 1, a GSF Alpha member who usually holds all 4 GLs. He put 2 on D, though, this time, didn't he? Tried to be cheeky. But the playbook always assumes 2 in the rear, though. He took the round in his stride for the win. Round 2, and another GSF Alpha member looking for guild revenge, holding all 3 GLs, usually put all 3 in the same wall. Intense fighting and a very, very messy full clear later, and the win was the playbooks. Round 3, content creator battle. Art of War from Moore was the opponent, adopting a sound strategy, placing the best parts of his roster on defense. He attacked. All was going well until a crash against Slacker. 16 battles later to set up the clearance, and victory was his. One to watch. Go watch the replay, folks. 3-0 for the playbook.
All right, we go to my man, Fort Mort.
Fort Mort.
Remember, folks, shop Mort. Shop S-Mort. All right, my man, Fort Mort, 3-0 again. 3-0. The only tough round was the first one. The guy didn't even bother attacking, and Fort Mort just couldn't clear because he put a tough defense. The guy didn't even bother. Second round, he only won by 700 banners, and third round, he won by 1,100 banner with the full clear victory. So, I mean, Fort Mort is just killing it. That's 60 in a row for Fort Mort, and his alts are like on a 33-25-0 win streak right now. So the Excel spreadsheet is working very well for our man, Fort Mort.
Hey, if Fort goes undefeated for 5 more weeks, he will take he'll take the. Oh, sorry, no. I will have to double check that, but I think if he does 5 more weeks undefeated, he'll take the record. It will be removed from. It will. It'll be removed from Bulldog, because Bulldog won 72 weeks undefeated. So be interesting to see if he can break that
Mort
record.
is motivated, dedicated, and highly agitated. I'm sure he'll get there.
Okay, we're on to DB Official. My brother from across the pond. Now, not sure how his week went entirely, but I do know that the loss was a content creator stream. There was somebody in his bracket who was a close personal friend of Scribe, who allowed Scribe to take control of his account in order to face off against DB Official. And DB didn't. He couldn't pull it out of the bag, and Scribe beat him with a borrowed account. So, he'll probably be hanging his head with shame somewhere, but still pulled the other 2 rounds out of the bag for the win. Just no triple for DB this week.
All right, we move on to the Tickle Tank Master himself, Mr. Jigabachi. It's not a food name. It's an actual name of a person that streams Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. He says, the purple hair don't care. He says, there's no reason to spend time writing these in detail. I went 2-1. Round 1, standard win, 2637 to 2591. Round 2, only used gear 12 or lower characters. He still won by 500 banners, so that's impressive. And round 3 says, I threw for opponent getting feats and counter in practice, 2659, 2679. So he kind of 3-1. Says, I despise 3s. I'm very happy they're gone. I made Kyber, if that matters. It does matter, Mr. Tickle Tank. Life is Kyber, and Kyber's life. Don't make me dye your hair red.
Oh, Gridsy coming in with a triple whammy this week, dusting off the cobwebs and casting aside the previous week's terrible, terrible week. Round 1 opponent was not expecting to see on Grid's back wall, so couldn't clear, handing Gridsy the win. Round 2, Grid's opponent cleared him first, but dropped battles, giving Grid the wiggle room he needed to get the win. And round 3 opponent got a clearance, but like the round 2 opponents, dropped multiple battles, giving Gridsy again the wiggle room he needed to get another win and another full clearance. 3-0 triple whammy for Grid.
Very nice. Next, we go to Rico. Rico's doing some stuff real life, so he's not able to get a report, but a rough week for our boy Rico Suave. 1 and 2, can see a lot of losses there, not many holds. So rough week for our boy Rico. Hopefully everything starts working out for him and he can get back into a normal schedule. We're looking forward to it. So hope everything's good, brother, and you can get back to your winning ways here soon.
Nothing from Wigsy. No join. 2 weeks on the trot now.
So what are you saying? That he submitted a report?
No, nothing. No join.
Are you sure?
No score. No stats. Yep, nothing.
No, nothing?
No, nothing.
Not even a hug?
Not even a hug.
Wow, no cookies, milk, nothing? Man.
No cookies, no milk, no hug.
All right, well, we'll move on to my boy. You down with RKP?
Yeah, you know me.
All right, he says the search for the mythical 3-0 continues. Is this the week? He says round 1, epic streamer matchup. Slugmug versus RKP. Twitcher battle. Chain Gang versus the Baton. It was an epic and very close battle up until the last fleet battle. RKP wins it in the end by 7 banners. It says round 2, double GL on defense. I didn't even clear a single territory. Goodbye, 3-0 dream. Only twists. 1264 banners for me. Worst JC match ever. Round 3, full clear versus full clear. 1 stupid loss versus JTR and Jedi. Training Ray. He says 1 and 2, and what I call my most horrible GSC week ever, but that Twitch map up versus Slugma was so fun and epic. 5v5, please, and thank you. And at Bitcoin, may you take care of yourself. So there you go.
Wrangler, the Space Cowboy ended the month on a low this week. A low.
Carnage is flowing, man.
I know the carnage was bad. Not only did he finish the week on a 1 and 2, he was 1 win, literally 1 win short of Khyber. He will, I'm sure.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 1 win away from Khyber. One stinking win away from Khyber.
Here comes Wrangler, and he's not getting Khyber.
He's not getting Khyber. No. I'm sure he'll drown his sorrows in some Wampa blood down the bar, though. 1 and 2 for Wrangler.
Try bourbon. That helps me tremendously. Oh, my God. The Wolf. It's time to send in the Wolf, man. That's all you had to say. Shit, sending in the Wolf. The Wolf went 2-1 this week. Round 1 was, he says, caught a huge break. Opponent set his defense at the absolute last minute and didn't have a chance to play ships. And that gave our boy the Wolf the victory by 200 banners with his full clear. Round 2, opponent attacked early and sloppy. Tons of drop battles because my defense only and I one-shot his board with nice clean wins. And that's when he got his Kyber. Good job, Wolf. Life's Kyber. And then round 3, opponent decided to keep all 3 Galactic Legends for offense, so I locked in with efficiency battle, gave him a run for his money, but came 6 short. Have to head back to 5v5. So 2-1 for the Wolf. Good solid week.
And there is the AA League, and we know who's at the top.
Well, no, it's pretty obvious.
Just pretty obvious who's at the top. But there's a little bit of a fight for second going on there between Mr. Jigabachi and the Playbook. Sure. There's a little bit of a battle going on there. It's only 2 rounds. Mr. Jigabachi could come back. He could do it. We've seen him go 12-0, and we've seen the Playbook lose. So, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. Okay, let's move on to the triple because,
Sure.
Look at that. That is not a typo, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Seriously, it's not a typo. 3 and mother effing O.
I don't believe this. This is baloney.
Or going nerdy.
Lies.
Lies.
How do you have 40 losses and get 3-0?
I know, right? Okay, round 1 was an auto deploy. Okay, so Thad didn't get a full clear, but then his opponent didn't show, so it was an easy win. Round 2, and Thad's defense. His defense came to his rescue as he got the full clear, I mean, it wasn't a very efficient full clear,
Obviously,
but
Bob's
then
going out of
his
losses.
ships held, giving him the win. So he
Wow.
went into round 3, 2-0. At round 3, I was there with him. Another win without a full clear, but a no-show from his opponent.
Wow.
No-show.
Them the breaks, man.
Thad's first ever triple in GAC. Everybody else, total carnage, but Thad gets a 3-0.
I know, right? This does not make sense.
Just does
This
not compute.
Look at this. This is Chewbacca. He's a Wookiee. This does not make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
All right, moving on to our favorite little muddy person in his little mud clay hut on the beaches of the mud clay sand, with all the little mud people running around with him, having a good old time, singing their little songs like Smurfs. Mudbum 2-1 says negotiator can go freaking die in a black hole forever. So I'm guessing something happened with the negotiator this week. So round 1, opponent's name was the dad. I'm suspicious it was Ando 90. Good luck taking drinks. Is it absolutely obliterated this guy's ground defense, one shot solos, everything, then negotiator. But he says, I came to the negotiator. I routinely face every freaking day in Fleet Arena and bring in the exact counter use and just got perfectly outplayed and effed by their RNG. Malevolence got clobbered, not even managed to kill one ship. It was abysmal. Ended up clearing and losing by 2. Needless to say, I had a good rage day that day. Round 2, opponent was disenchanted with GSC. Didn't really put up much of a fight. Easy win. And then round 3 was this was a good match. Opponent was pretty decent. One shot, full clear, everything. I was better. I put up a 2670 to his 2665. He says his name may have been bulldozers, but his defense is the one that I got bulldozed. That got the bulldoze. Okay, I see what you did there. Cheeky little bugger. He says, I'm ready for 5s to be back, and I set my 3s didn't work out so well.
And Paul coming in with the 2-1. Round 1, full clear for the dankest of Farricks as it came down to efficiency on ships. Now, efficiency battle on ships is one thing that Paul does know how to do. So, Paul was more efficient and won the round. Round 2, an Relic 8 GK and Paul's Achilles heel, the dreaded JML, cost him the loss this round. Round 3, Phoenix and Malevolence causing serious banner losses to his opponent. Then his opponent, opened door number 2 and lost 9 times to a Padme Dark Trooper cheese team. He tapped out after 9 losses, and Paul took the victory. 2-1 for Paul this week.
Shocking. It's shocking to see Paul 2-1, and then we get to my man. That's Moon.
Again, just a brutal week.
I don't understand what is happening because that's no space station. That's a moon.
It's a moon.
And I'm shocked. He writes, went into 9-3 season. Maybe I'll be honest. For some reason, I really lost all motivation this week for Grand Arena. I returned to work from furlough, and it's a 6 to 8 weeks and 3-hour drive. So I'm pretty much speed running GSCs where I can. It said round 1, Basil Sean wrecked my Darth Vader and badly. Malik was one speed faster than Darth Revancy. He knew what he was doing, and that was there. That's where it went, costing the match. Round 2 says he dropped a belt on Mothma, and I was able to one-shot everything else. So that was his win. Round 3, should have won, but I didn't. Tested out Troopers versus Shock T, Heavy Clone Sergeant Arc, and went badly. He didn't drop a battle one by 10 points. Left 3v3 the first 3 weeks, but just in care this week, burnout from work. So understandable.
DPK with a 2-1. Round 1 crushed his opponent with efficiency. DPK's opponent struggling with his defense, losing to Fleet and the Fin Po team. Round 2, a clearance pitted with losses as his opponent stripped banners across the board. The banner loss causing the ultimate round loss for DPK. Around 3, DPK's opponent had already got Kyber, so he set really poor teams, and DPK took full advantage for the win. 2-1 for DPK.
Well, we move on to Darth Kermit the Frog coming here live from Sesame Street News to report in how the person who was playing my famous name went, and it didn't go well. Yeah, it went bad. Can you say bad? Oh boy. Darth Kermit 1-2 says round 1 loss. It's unable to play due dealing with replacing a car. That's a good reason. Yeah, that's a good reason. Round 2, opponent was super efficient. I could have won, but fell for a trap, hikes nasty boss, and lost by 12 points. Ooh. But round 3, he was able to pull it out, avoid the wooden spoon, got an easy full clear, no problems. Round 3, his victory, but still 1-2. That's a rough week for our boy Darth Kermit.
Ian coming in with a triple whammy. Don't know how it went, but 79-18 suggests it was a decent week. Lots of holds, only 4 losses, 3-0 triple whammy for It's Just Ian.
About time. Next up, we go to La Linda. Oh, you touch my fa la la, my ding ding dong. Our man, Lalinder, 1-2. God, another one. It's a hard week to read these.
Yeah, really hard week.
Round 1 says my rival made some mistakes. So it was an easy match. No problem for our boy Lalinder. Round 2, loss. Fight against a teammate from my guild. He put a C on defense and I failed against him. After that, the GAC was rolling down. Round 3 says loss. As counter was guaranteed, I was paying more attention to the chat in the game. I was reading jokes and Phil clicked on a fight against Nice Sisters and lost it. You know, he says, ha ha ha, shit happens. There you go. 1-2. Oof.
Thisk, 2-1. Look at that monster score. Another monster 8K
That's
banner score.
incredible.
From Thisk. But you'll hear it. You'll hear it. Despite a 2-1, Thisk got his usual monster scores. Round 1, and the chase score was 26-76.
Damn.
Set for so everything was going perfect until a CLS match failed to give the stuns needed to win. He needed a 53. The loss of 1 banner this round was the result. Round 2, no difficulty here. Won by 26-85. Round 3, a very easy, flawless victory with Fleets holding as a bonus. 2-1 for Thisk.
All right. Next up, another 1-2 to report. Our man, the Senate, rough week for him. Didn't get a report, but another tough round. I don't know what went wrong, but you can see a lot of losses and not many holds. So another rough week for our boy, the Senate, the younger, sexier version of Cubs fan, huh? I just want to point that out. So, yeah.
Dr. Zeppers with a 2-1. Round 1, and despite a clearance, Zepper lost to a more efficient opponent. So didn't start off the week particularly well. However, he pulled it back. Round 2 was a triple GL auto deploy. Now, Zeppers couldn't do more than clear the top 2 territories, but since, it didn't matter because it was an auto deploy, the win was assured. Round 3, and a flawless victory for Zeppers. Even the JML hiding out on the back line did not stop the good doctor get his flawless victory. 2-1 for Dr. Zeppers.
And there it is.
And there is the AAA League. Moon, Thisk. It was so close. Mudbum is going to be kicking himself for not going 3-0, especially with Moon losing the 1 and 2. So it's just going to make the last month so close because it really is. It's going to make the last month for the AAA League very, very, very interesting.
Are you a member of Team Paul or Team Neil? Maybe you prefer story time with the llama, or dabble in the buttery side of the force with Biscuit Weasel. Or maybe you like the escape pod talents from Down Under like Heinzie and Scotty. No matter who you support, you can get one of my designs from the Escape Podcast merch store. Just go to escapepodcastaways.com, click on the merch link, and it will take you to the TeePublic site where you can support me, Mrs. Anthony, also known as Critty K. Also be sure to check out the Mrs. Anthony Shirts channel on the Escape Podcast's Discord server weekly to vote for my latest shirts in the Design Derby on Woot. Links for both of these are down below. Thank you for supporting the Escape Podcast.
Does your guild want to tap into their full potential in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Yeah! For as low as $1 a month per guild member, your guild can unleash the power of the game in ways you never thought possible. Ooh. Track your arena movements, guild progression, and much, much more. Contact Shitty Bill and get one of his shitty bots on your server today. Just look for him on our Discord server and tag or message him for more information. The link for our server is below in the description. Shitty bots, don't let the name fool you.
SWGOH.GG is your one-stop site for the raw data behind the game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. From complete gear lists to intuitive stats behind all of your favorite holotable heroes. SWGOH.GG has it all. With a .GG account, you can get a complete view of your own roster, see how you match up against other players, and even check out the history of your own Grand Arena Championship matches. You can also see what your opponent used on you to give you a better understanding of counters and team compositions to improve your gameplay. Did you know that they also have some great Patreon features as well? Ad-free browsing of their site, guild information, and manual information requests are included in their 3 levels of Patreon support. Check out the site for more details. That's swgoh.gg. Unleash your holotable potential today.
So it's time for the majors.
Major leagues.
Major
All
League.
right. Well, no, the major leagues. All right, we go up to our boy E Grace Gamer. You know, folks, if you're a Slugga fan and you're looking for love, why don't you try to find love at egrace.com? Your best and only place to find that relationship you're working for in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. egrace.com. Who went 2-1 this week? Says round 1 we won a pretty easy fight with great efficiency and an opponent drop. There we go. Round 2 versus an opponent from the now Shadowlands Guild. We again had a great efficiency, and our opponent made one mistake that cost him, and that's all it took. Round 3 in the finals. This is the loss. Opponent had no drops, won by 14. We had one drop to a game crash. It happened in our Rebels versus Empire Fleet match before we even got a move. The force. This forced an impressive Empire versus Negotiator, which we got 3. Then we had Finalizers Kill Thrawn for 37. Had the game not crashed midstream, we could have won by 6 banners. I feel you on that, E Grace. I've had it happen to me multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks, but you know, them the breaks, man. But still 2-1 solid week from our boy E Grace.
Good old Maurice coming in with a triple whammy, finished 3v3 strong, with no opponent getting any clearances. Gom is attempting to dethrone Endall as the King of D, so some gambles cost him some silly losses. Slacker on Ray matches cost him banners, and lots of CWAT matches from opponents faced him to, forced him to set the Ray cheese on D. But his JML on the back always held steady. He marches forward, looking to capture the elite title of King of D.
All right, moving on to Dylar using Twi'lek tactics. 2-1 this week. He says, Ranger Danger, I failed myself. You have done this yourself with your lack of temerity, Dylar. How dare you go 2-1? All right, let's see what happened. Round 1, it says, went up against a fellow who obviously doesn't scout and didn't set down the exact defenses last 2 weeks. Need I say more? No, easy win. Round 2, in this Royal Rumble, I faced off for the 3rd time against my guildmate and longtime Swuggle friend, Baylor. I won the first, he won the second, but your favorite Twi'lek lover prevailed in the rubber match. Round 3, this is the loss. As I went up against a former Alliance member and longtime viewer, Beluga. He switched up his strategy and held 4 Galactic Ledges for offense. It's the nasty mod Chewie prevented my JTR counter and held my banners at 26-34. He edged out the victory by 26-43. GG to Beluga, but 2-1 for our boy Dylar using Twi'lek tactics.
And Heinzie, the Aussie Adonis of the preloader extraordinaire, coming in with another.
Going on there, mate.
Yeah, coming. I mean, he's been consistent with the 2-1s. I haven't seen any wooden spoons or 1 and 2s in a while. He's being consistent. I mean, he's not getting whammies, he's not getting triples, but hey, a 2-1 is better than a wooden spoon or a 1 and 2. So this week, good scores. Didn't get a 39, but still 74-93. No holds, minimal losses, clawed his way to a 2-1 this week.
All right, we go to the Bounty Hunter Whisperer, Van Seal, my boy. It says 2-1 overall, one of my better GAC weeks. It was a blast. Round 1 lost by a few mistakes. That's all he put, but he picked it up. Round 2 says kicked ass with Bounty Hunter, discovered a new counter to Himbag Bros using Tarkin Lead with the Piet and Magna Trooper. Lots of fun. Round 3 destroyed my opponent. My Relegate Jingle under Doogie Lee got me 3 hulls. I had to wiggle room to have the fight at the end. These non-traditional teams, I had a huge lead. Great way to end this season. So Van Sil finally picking up. He's had some rough weeks. It's good to see him go 2-1.
Kiyoe with a 3-0. Very he has been clocking up the 3-0s recently. Round 1, easy win, nothing to see here. Round 2, a triple GL defense was to be overcome this round. Kiyoe's opponent got a clearance but dropped 3 battles. Kiyoe's only hindrance was a JML and array, but his counters did what they were supposed to and got him the win. Round 3, and with Kyber in the bag, Kiyoe tried a triple GL defense for the first time. The experiment worked, getting multiple holds with Kiyoe getting the clearance. 3-0 for Kiyoe.
All right. Next up is my brother from RSG, the sexy Buddha himself, the lightsaber builder, the harem connoisseur, the one and only Sir Loki. 3-0. He says 3-0 for me. Sorry for the late report, Nevin Ranger. Don't worry, we'll take it out of your pay later. It says round 1, opponent laid all 4 Galactic Legends on me, and I cleared all of them, no problem. I held back my 3 Galactic Legends and full clear my opponent. Did not even attack. 11:02. Didn't even bother. Look, you got the full clear. Round 2, opponent puts vacation shoes on me and forgot to message me back. I put real defense down. Another, not even attempted. Loki wins with the full clear, 26-24. It says round 3, opponent put 2 Galactic Legends with defense, hides both 3 and JML on the back. I chose wisely in the front wall and have the right counters in the rear. I got the full clear. My opponent did not clear me. I think he ran out of time, honestly. I was there for that one. It was, we were like, he's putting something sneaky in the back, and it worked out perfectly, Loki. We just kind of suspected, and it worked out perfectly. 3-0 for Sir Loki.
Lazy Turtle, more 1-2 disaster. The woes, oh the woes. Round 1, an easy win. His only win. Round 2, hard fought. Very hard fought, but the Lazy choked at the end. And ultimately lost round 2. Round 3, thought he had the win until the GL that was holding was taken out at the last second. Kyber was achieved though, despite being sad to lose the last round right at the death.
All right, moving on to Ram Bam, who joined me on my lunch stream today. I asked him why he hadn't submitted a report. He's like, I can't remember. Like, you don't have the time to go back and look? So he said no. So Ram Bam went 2-1. Mace sucks. Suck it up, Buttercup. Get your damn reports in, and maybe I can tell the folks what you actually did. And you, I know what it is, Neff. He's just afraid that I'm going to go back and look and see where he screwed up with Mace. And he just, and he's...
Oh, yeah. He always writes a report when it's 3-0.
Oh, yeah. But anything else, he's like, although, no, last week he didn't write a report. He's like, I went 3-0. It doesn't matter. I'm like, yeah, come on, man. No, until you start participating correctly. Mace sucks. He sucks horribly. Don't do anything with him. He's horrible. He sucks, Ram Bam.
Our man Warrior with a 3-0.
Nice. Finally,
it's coming together. It's coming together. Round 1 opponent didn't show up for offense, but set a good, challenging defense for Warrior to chew through. Round 2, opponent was an old guildmate from IN Core. They conceded the match, though, after 1 failed battle, and Warrior went on to win, despite not getting the clearance. Round 3, tough final round, but a full clear was achieved, with Revan holding 3 times and forcing his opponent to concede 3-0, a triple for Warrior.
All right, we move on to my man, the Nooch. Noochie Boochies. And he says, Nooch pawns. Well, apparently not this week. 1 and 2. He says 1 and 2 always makes one. He says always make one dumb decision each round. Looking forward to first full round of GC. A new FTP account next time. Redemption. Well, no redemption now. 1 and 2. I didn't have much more from the Nooch other than it was a rough week for the Nooch.
Oh, it's not a good week for Mandy. I mean, he got 3 clearances. He just couldn't quite get the efficiency there. So, unfortunately, a wooden spoon for Mandy this week. 0-3. But there's the Major League. Sorry, no, that's the minor league. I have put the wrong one.
Someone's going to get a beating.
Okay. Yeah, but I can change this. You watch right now.
Oh, magic! Watch the magic.
Watch the magic. Watch the magic.
Waiting on pins and needles. See the magic happen. Waiting for the magic.
Wait for the magic.
This magic's taking a long time.
I know the magic. There's the magic.
Huzzah!
So, the Major League for this week, good old Maurice still at the top. But look at that. Dylar has slipped down to third. Ooh, Dylar, you're slipping, mate. You're slipping. Kyoe's just took you over, buddy. And Loki is hot on your heels.
He's coming.
Dylar, you thought you were going to be a contender this year. What's going on? Okay, let's move on to the division and the league that everybody loves the most. Everybody cares about the most. Just let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. All right.
Okay.
Another shocker from Bitcoin. He just never loses. Wow. Okay. So he says 2-1 again, like last week. Round one, my opponent kept everything for offense and didn't clear. I made a lot of small mistakes. Trying to recover some banners, so end up with a bunch less than I would have liked. Round two, a counter I've used like 8 times. Now suddenly failed. Not sure why, but I didn't record as I was feeling pretty sick, so I couldn't figure it out. They made me lose by 8 banners against a guy who kept all meta teams for offense. Round three, this one said all his best teams on defense, the old FU defense. And so it was really not a problem for him. He had to test some stuff here and had a nice easy round, but he said he ended up full clearing with a 26-22, and the guy had no chance. So but Bitcoin, I hope you're feeling better. He says, I'll be taking a break from recording after this to focus on health because it's going downhill pretty fast. Yeah, man. You gotta focus on your health, bro. Trust me.
Get well soon, buddy. Get well soon.
I'm working out. I'm eating right. Doing my exercises. So please feel better, brother.
The Grand Admiral coming in with a 3-0. No whammy, no crown, but yeah, definitely needed this. He is deep in the relegation battle with the likes of Mamba and Ando. So yeah, a 3-0. He definitely needed this week.
All right, we move on to my Ranger brother from another mother. Rangers lead the way all the way. Ando, 2-1. Round one, it says, Sada from the Republic, just a player that doesn't take JC seriously. Couldn't full clear me. He wins by like 300 banners or so. So round two, this was a loss. There's a guy I should have beat, which is the most upsetting part. But when it comes down to shifts, it was pretty bad. Didn't take down a single fleet of his. He full cleared me in the most ugliest way, but full clear versus non-full clear wins regardless. So that cost Endo the win. And then round three was against Das Benich from Gray Lights. Pretty solid player, better than my relative opponent. Honestly, his only misstep was fleets, but that allowed Ando to get the close win by 30 banners, 2677 to 2647. It says, I ended up 10-2. I just have to say F off 3v3. And also from Ando, he says, hashtag alt lives matter, hashtags 3x69 champ, hashtag do you even banners, bro, hashtag please not every other month.
Black Mamba coming in with a 2-1. Definitely not what he needed. He is down there. He's in the relegation battle with Ando. So a 2-1, definitely not a good showing for him this week.
All right, we move on to the only assassin. He uses fruit as a weapon of choice. 3-0 from Fruit Ninja Mike. He didn't really want to talk about. He's still salty about that loss. He goes,
yeah, he is.
I bitch slapped everyone sideways. Got him pissed off. I lost a match this season, so he's still salty about that one loss that he had. And but 3-0, back to his normal.
Back to his usual triple whammy. Yeah, back to the usual triple whammy. End all, be all, excellent undefeated month for the King of D. Round one was a rematch against a 730k top 100 rank opponent with GL advantage. He got a clearance, but Endall got the win again this time. So Endall does give props to this guy for getting a clearance, though. Round two, opponent couldn't clear Endall's last 2 squads, and Endall had already got the full clear. So, round 2 to Endall. Round 3, Endall's very first live stream. Normally he records and does a nice color commentary, but this time he did a live stream. I mean, it did help that his opponent had already gone and set a relatively low target. Endall dropped a battle for a feat, but still won to claim his triple whammy.
Very nice. Solo with a 2-1 and says, 11-1 for the season, 2-1 for this round. He says round 1 opponent set 2 Galactic Legends in the back zone for the first time all season, took a multiple hit to kill SLKR, and that cost me the win. So round 1 was a loss. Round 2 was able to get multiple holds with my GG Nest team, which I needed. Took Rebels against Radis Fleet and one shot, got the pretty nice significant win. Round 3 opponent full clear, but it was ugly. He had multiple losses in every zone. I got to science some things, which led to one battle loss, but a win overall. So 2-1 from solo, still a great season, 11-1. So there you go.
Indigo, another 2-1. You this late in the season, you just can't afford the 2-1s. You really, really can't. It is such tough competition in the Premier League, and this 2-1 will definitely hurt Indigo's chances of finishing up the table.
All right. We move on to Xerxes' lost grandson.
Very
long lost, but he's still Zareth. Zareth 3-0. He's just kind of an easy week. Round 1, thought he thought he auto-played, but he didn't. So I won anyways. He couldn't clear my 2 GLs in the back. Round 2, guys, keep everything for offense up, everything on defense. He also couldn't clear 2 of my squads in the back while I got a 26-64. Round 3, guy goes even harder on offense, and I can make Kyber for the first time if he wins and full clears me. Needless to say, I decided to try and sweep the leg. I got a 26-75. He cleared my front zones for 51, 52, 47. Is already priced out from the meeting my score. He says, we'll update this if he APKs to beat me. So he said 3-0. It looks like he got the win, so there's no problems there. He says all ended up 12-0. Prevailment ended up 11-1. Says hashtag still not as cool as Bitcoin. Hashtag alt lives matter. Hashtag still cancel Bitcoin even though I'm winning. So there you go from our boy Zareth.
And we end on a low note. Ranger with a 2-1. Rounds 1 and rounds 3 were easy full clears. It was just easy. But round 2 was a battle of the Ds, though. Both competitors struggled, with Ranger's opponent setting his GLs slightly better than he, and this cost him the round. But it was still a good week for Ranger.
Yeah, it was smart playing. We were pretty much even across the board. I just had better mods and teams, but he put two of his 3 Galactic Legends in the front and south zone. And I put one in the south and one in the north. He couldn't clear my Luke, but I couldn't get past that Luke he had. I had a team and a strategy, but man, it was some bad RNG. I just hate that. Man, I had it, Nev, and I was like, son of a bitch.
You could taste it.
I was like, man, I got this guy, and then it went tits up. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, but you got your Kyber, though, didn't you?
Oh, I was well into Kyber. That it didn't even. I mean, I was well into Kyber by then.
There you go. And let's look at the Premier League. Zareth at the top. Endall now in second, with Bitcoin dropping down to third. So with 1 month left, Endall coming up the rear, the king of D.
Mm-hmm.
Will Zareth go undefeated to take the Premier League title? We shall find out. Indigo with that 2-1 still at the bottom of the table. Arnold clawing back up 1 round against Ando and Black Mamba. It's going to make that interesting at the bottom. It's not going to be a relegation battle, though, because at the end of this season, we all know what's going to happen. With the changes that we are going to discuss at the thoughts and the acknowledgements. But first of all, we've got to do the clip reel from Andy Beads, because it's so good, it's so funny, and everybody loves it. Let's hit that clip reel.
Alright, he's going. Please don't revive right now, Mon. Please do not revive. Oh, I didn't kill him. Now she's reviving. Ah, we were so close. Oh, I pressed the wrong move. No, I hit the wrong move. No, I hit the wrong move.
Oh, DB, mate. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I hit the wrong move.
I'm so sorry. I might have cheered a little bit.
Nice. Yeah, 53.
I'm guessing at minimum 3 dodges. Just give it to me. Do it. Yeah.
One, I am just a nobody. Oh my god! Did I? What the sh? Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, the Empire, the freaking Empire! Holy!
Yep. Let's do it. We're just gonna. I don't know where the damage is on this team, but it's somewhere. All right, so I'm actually gonna show you guys a really cool trick here with Magma Trooper and Piet. So, you know, this is groundbreaking stuff here. So we're gonna go first. So, Piet's marked is a debuff, and we're gonna give our Magma Trooper like a full turn meter, and then we're gonna take away your turn meter, and then we're gonna take away more turn meter, and then we're just gonna pew pew our way to victory. Oh my god! Just making this up as we go along, guys.
Pray he doesn't AoE. Bombs are gonna go off anyway, right?
Yeah! Yeah, baby! Yeah! Yeah! Ah!
My JKR is quicker. Plan is, as I do it always in the squad arena, I pass turn meter to Hoda. We can start with Jedi's Will and hopefully stun them all. If not, will be tricky. We will see. So, we should start first. We pass turn meter. Of course it doesn't work because I need a JKL lead. Stupid me. That was of course pretty stupid.
5, by the way. We're down to 1:15. Form up. We got tank. Comp back on. No, there goes Shaq. Son of a. Suck the life. Number 6. So close. Look at him. He's in red. My heart's pounding right now. 40 seconds. I just need one more, I think. Hopefully. Yes! 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 Oh my gosh!
How much time did you have left then?
We had like 30 seconds.
Seconds left.
And we're back.
Hey.
Hey. So, brutal month. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was tough.
So many 1 and 2s and 2 and 1s, and then that 3 and 0 from Thaddeus just blew my mind.
I know, right?
I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, how he got. I was there in his streams, all 3. I have no idea how the hell he did that, but I mean, it didn't hurt that 2 of his opponents didn't show up. But yeah, his fleet defense holding that was definitely the highlight for my week. But so lots of people talking in chat about the new divisions, the new GAC update, the revamp that it's getting, the long overdue overhaul to Grand Arena Championships. We all know, we've all seen the forum post.
Yep.
What's your new division going to be, Ranger?
It will be Division 2. So
my new division is going to be Division 4. I'm going to be in the same division as Fort Mort. So
Fort Mort.
yeah. It's. I mean, yes. obviously the show will change ever so slightly. We won't be having like Premier League and Major League. We created those leagues out because everybody was in Division 1. So, way back at the beginning of Season 1, we were just breaking down Division 1. We were just kind of, keeping our fingers crossed that one day they would break down Division 1, and they finally done it.
Yes, they did, in a good way, too.
They've finally done it. So we'll actually, we won't have to make up leagues anymore.
Nope.
I mean, we're not going to be covering anything below Division 6. I think Division 6 is roughly the old Division 2.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And hopefully by the time we hit Season 4, there won't be anybody left in 6. Everybody will be over that 4.5 mil threshold. And all we'll be doing is covering, I say Div 1. It's not that anymore, No. One more month. This 5v5 month, which is the last month of will be the last month of Season 2. That's what we're going to cover. What, are you looking forward to it, Ranger?
I mean, I am. It'll be interesting to see the matchups I get with the way my roster is. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be in what division when the dust all settles with their GP and stuff. Because we know it's not going to be this next round. It'll be the one after that. So it'll be interesting to see
who's at the top.
Yeah, he's going to be at the top of each of those. So it'll be interesting to see, but I think it's overdue, and I'm glad they're doing it. And, I mean, the prizes aren't changing that much. It's just a chance for, people that are in, those higher GP, because we know, I mean, there's a big difference in matchups in the 7.8 and higher in this new Division 1. Totally different GAC than, someone that's like 5.5 or 6 million GP, right? Different matchups, different teams, I mean, so
the extra squads. I mean, everybody from 3 below is going to be reverting back to a single fleet node.
Yeah.
So there's that to contend with. I do think that they might change that after a month, because a lot of people are a little bit salty about that, because obviously everybody that's currently in Division 2 or prepping for Division 2 or has been in Division 1 currently, they did spend a lot of resources bringing up their fleets so that they had 2 for offense and 2 for defense. So I think that they might extend that from Division 1 and 2 down to maybe 5 as a minimum. But obviously the big news, the biggest change of all, is 4 extra for Division 1, 2, 3, and 4 with an extra 3, which is going to be the majority of the competitors. But it's not. I mean, they say it's 4 extra teams and 3 extra teams for the 3 divs underneath it. Well, the reality is it's not. You've got to find 4 for defense and 4 for offense for those Div 1 players. And then Division 2, 3, and 4 are going to have to find an extra 6 teams. And they're not changing it. They're just adding it on top of the existing 3v3 and 5v5. So there's no tweaking, a few more for 3v3 and a few less for 5v5. They're just flat out extra 4 teams, extra 3 teams, extra 2 teams. So yeah, it's definitely going to make things interesting moving forward. That is that I have no doubt.
No, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, it really is. So how it all plays out. I mean, that's really what it all boils down to. See what happens in each of these divisions and stuff, and where everyone's going to land up. So it'll be interesting to see after this next round of GAC and stuff where things kind of settles, and take it from there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'd like to thank Thisk for the raiding party earlier on, and we did get a couple of follows we got 1 follow from Jubbies. I thought it was Jubblies, but no, it's just because I was going to say lovely Jubblies, but no, it's just Jubblies. So thank you for the follow, thank you for the raid. Ranger, anything more to ask before we end today's broadcast?
No, man, just enjoying the week off, and we won't be back next week. We'll be the week after, because
there's nothing on this week. We're on a break.
Yeah, so we're on a break, so we'll be back in 2 weeks. So I appreciate everybody being here, and I got nothing else. So Nev, why don't you hit some of them buttons, buddy?
No worries, mate. Ta-ta for now, folks.